Okay, perfect. Let me make sure. Hello, test. Okay, yeah, I could hear myself. Let me mute that. Okay. Wait, where am I hearing that from? All right, guys, welcome and good evening to a live stream here at SoFlo Soccer. Today, we're going to be doing a live kind of post analysis for Inter Miami versus NYCFC in the MLS 2024 season, game number 7. And Inter Miami tied 1-1 to NYCFC last night. I'm going live the day after the game, and it's a very disappointing result, just to kind of say the least. There's no Messi yet again. He's still out due to injury. Tata and the medical team did not want to risk him being back at the team, and instead want to play it safe and make sure that he is going to be ready for the Monterrey game in the CONCACAF Champions Cup that is coming up on Wednesday, April 3rd. But yeah, let's go over the starting lineup and we'll keep this live broadcast as short as we can. So let's switch over to the starting. Let's switch over to the starting lineup here. So in goal, we have Drake Callender is back. Dos Santos takes his spot on the bench. Obviously, so we have everybody pretty much back from international duty. So the only thing we're missing are really just people who are out on injured. So Callender is in goal. He takes the captain's armband. Jordi Alba on the left-hand side. Busquets and Sailor are the two center back options for last night's game. And Chelo Wenget gets his debut start for the club after only days of arriving to Inter Miami. In the midfield, we have Diego Gomez, David Ruiz, and Bright, the Italian youngster who is also new. He's making his debut start for the club. And at the top, we have Robert Taylor, Luis Suarez, and Julian Gressel. So nothing this isn't anything too crazy. Obviously, this is a rotated squad. There has been some movements and shifts in positions, but I think at the end of the day, this is a really good squad. So let's just jump straight into it. So first, we're going to take a look at the goal that happened in around the 14th minute from Luis Suarez. If I can pull that up, that'd be great. Okay, let's pull that up right here. So in the 14th minute, we have this free kick from about 25 yards out, whipped into the penalty area by Gressel, and Luis Suarez finds the back of the net, bottom left corner. And Inter Miami get an early start. This is pretty much what Inter Miami wanted to get from the get-go. They wanted to press early, especially against a team like NYCFC, who are very, very weak, especially this season, especially. And they've only won one game all season so far, and I believe they've played 4 or 5 or 6 games. So this is a good start, a very, very good start for Inter Miami. And it's set pieces are something that we're not so good in, especially defending them. So it was good to see a goal come from a set piece. However, that lead was short-lived, where about the 30-minute mark here, we have NYCFC getting this opportunity and equalizing from their striker, the Costa Rican Alonso Martinez. This is his first game as a starter for NYCFC. This is his first goal for the club, his first goal in the MLS. And yeah, it was just a really, I don't want to say it was a poor goal to concede, but the way that we gave it to them was very, very poor. Just a lot of miscommunication in the defense here. But we'll talk about that a little more later. Then later on in the game, we did have, I don't have clips or anything like that, but we did, um, we were lucky not to concede again after that, or especially early on in the second half. NYCFC had an early opportunity in the 48th minute after, just a mistake in the midfield, but where Bright received the ball from Busi in the midfield. He kind of panics and gives it away very, very stupidly and gives NYCFC a one-on-one with Jay Callender. Busi was quick enough to trail back and defend slide tackle and have it go out for a corner. But that next play from the corner kick, it was very, very dangerous. The fact that NYCFC had the opportunity, like I said, we're not good on set pieces. So they whipped that back post, hit the post, took a couple deflections, but eventually went wide. So it was a very dangerous 2 plays back to back early in the second half. And we're very, very lucky that we didn't concede at any other point during the game. In all honesty, NYCFC could have definitely stole 3 points from Inter Miami last night. And but yeah, let's just go over some of the players and some of the situations that happened. So first off, of course, the main thing is that Lionel Messi was just not available yet again. Messi not available and Inter Miami don't win. He wasn't available for the Red Bulls game. We got destroyed 4-0. Now, was that because Messi wasn't there? No, that's simply just because the team did not perform well. Messi wasn't available last night against NYCFC. Does that mean that we lost? Like, did we lose because Messi didn't play? Absolutely not. Could we have won if Messi was at the team? Sure. Could we have won or could we have won if Messi didn't play at all? Absolutely. This was a very, very winnable game for Inter Miami. It was a solid squad. We had a lot of good players on the sheet. And I've said it before, and I'll say it again. We cannot rely on Lionel Messi. We all know how good it is. We all know how good he is. We all know how big of a piece he is for Inter Miami. But that does not mean that we cannot play as a team without him. Messi is not Inter Miami. He is not the entire starting 11. He is one man, and he cannot carry an entire team on his back. At least he can't do it for the rest of the season. As much as people say he can, it's just not. It's not fair, and it's not something that we need to rely on. So, no Messi, no win yet again. Now we should have definitely won. Suarez should have bagged a couple of goals, but that's besides the point. I'll get to that in a second. Next. Sergio Busquets starting at the left center back position, just to show you one more time that here, let me open that back up again right here. So center back position. Let me hold on. There we go. So yeah, Sergio Busquets, left center back position. People were complaining about this. People were going crazy. They're like, oh my God, how could Sergio Busquets be playing at center back? He's a center mid. He's like, guys, I don't know why people are complaining about this or worrying about that decision from Tata Martino. He did just fine. He did fine at that center back role. He is Sergio Busquets. Sergio Busquets was one of the best players of all time during his time. He was probably the best player in his position during his time, or one of the best players in his position during his time. And he did a great job at that in that back line. He played as like a center half. He still was able to dictate the tempo from his position. Yes, he made a couple of mistakes. Yes, he's a little slow, but what can you expect from a 35-year-old? I mean, he's an amazing player, and people cannot hate on him. And yes, maybe one of his mistakes did lead to the first goal, but it was just not solely him. It was just that was a group effort. That was Sailor, that was Jordi Alba, that was Robert Taylor, that was Sailor, that was Jordi Alba, that was Sergio Busquets, and that was Jay Callender. It was the miscommunication. It was the miscommunication between the defense that led to NYCFC's equalizer. So people need to relax on Busquets. Literally, him playing at center back did not affect have any negative impact on the game at all. Anyways, moving on, of course, at the right back position, we had Marcelo Chelo Wengalt making his debut for the club. From Boca Juniors, he did have a couple of days to settle with the team, and it looks like he settled pretty quickly. It just looked like it wasn't his first time playing with the team, and that's what we like to see, especially on your debut. We just it looked like he fit well in the system. He fit well with the players. He got comfortable with them. Looked very comfortable on the ball, and people rate him very highly. I rate him very, very highly after that. But however, the expectations for him to perform are extremely high. And it's going to stay that way for the rest of the season until we get a replacement or we get more depth in that role. And he is the only natural right back that we have at the club. He has great experience playing in a very, very competitive league, the Argentinian league. He's played for Boca Juniors, one of the biggest clubs in the world. And also, he is only on loan. It's not permanent. It might be permanent later on, but as of right now, this is a temporary fix. We still need to sort the right back issue. Tata still doesn't want to play Gressel back there. He says that he's better in the midfield. Whether I agree or disagree, that's Tata's decision. And this is just a temporary fix, so we're going to need to fix that right back problem very, very soon. Excuse me. Anyways, moving on. Sailor, also another part of the defense that we have to talk about. People are freaking out. I don't know. Some people don't like the fact that Sailor played. People don't like the fact that Sailor started, and like Aviles didn't get a start, or even Allen. But more Aviles. People are upset that Aviles didn't start and Sailor didn't start. Guys, Sailor did fine. I'm not going to talk bad on Sailor. For some reason, people don't like him. He did just fine. He did his job. There's really nothing. I just wanted to say that the fact that I feel like people are overreacting to changes like this when Tata makes changes like this. It's fine that Aviles didn't play. He's definitely going to be resting him for the game on Wednesday. It's I mean, yeah, he came on later in the game, but still, like, it's better for him to ease in. We cannot afford any more injuries. So Busquets and Sailor, I don't understand. Like, there was zero problem in the defense today. Moving on. Two new additions to the club. Leo Afonso, and Pep Casas. They're not new to the club, but they've both recently signed loan agreements for the first team, which is very great for them. Congratulations to both of them. And they've both been killing it for Inter Miami too. And it's just great to see them, play with the big boys. And but yeah, Leo Afonso came, I believe it was in the 70th-ish minute or so. And I just want to say that Leo is the future of the club. He's the future of Inter Miami. And I'm hoping for great things from that kid. He is very physical. He's obviously very young. We traded him, or we got him on the draft. He came from the University of Virginia, if my notes are correct. Yes, they drafted Afonso from the University of Virginia as the 32 overall pick, and he's been killing it. He's been killing it for Inter Miami too, and I think that him signing a loan agreement with the first team, him getting that off the bench playing time is great for him, and it's great for Inter Miami. And I think Leo Afonso is definitely someone to look out for in the future. Pep Casas, I could say the same thing. Pep Casas, Inter Miami too, doing great. Signed loan deal for the first team, doing absolutely great. Is a Spanish midfielder. Mentoring from Busi is going to be key. Even for Afonso, mentoring from Suarez and Campana is going to be key. Mentoring for both of these players is very, very crucial to their development. Because they have access to these amazing players like Campana, like Suarez, like Busi, their development and their growth and their potential is just going to skyrocket. But anyways, he is definitely also the future of the club as well, if they both stay, of course. And he was drafted from the University of North Carolina before he was selected in the third round. So both of them play. I'm going to be honest. Both of them played very, very well, and I really liked how they played. With obviously with the very limited time that they've been given, but it just shows the potential that they have, and it shows that football or soccer in the United States is just constantly growing, and it's continuously developing, and we have a lot to look forward to for the future of the sport in this country. But yeah, and I just want to touch on lastly, just Suarez. It was just a very unfortunate game for Suarez. I mean, yes, he scored. He scored the opening goal in the 15th, 14th-ish minute. Um, he could have had a brace, maybe a hat trick. It was just really, really unfortunate not to see more goals from Inter Miami, especially from Suarez last night. I don't know what happened. I don't know if just he wasn't really feeling good, but he was getting really, really frustrated, and you can tell. So, I don't know if he let the emotions get the best of him, but it just sucks, and it's not like. And I'm going to close out on the team saying that we didn't play bad. For those of you who are saying that we played bad, that we don't play good without Messi, no, we didn't play bad at all. I'm going to go to full screen for this one. We didn't play bad at all. The fact that Messi wasn't there doesn't mean like just because Messi is not in the team, that doesn't mean that we're not going to win the game. Um, and a lot of people and a lot of other teams get motivated of the fact that Messi's not in the squad. Maybe that gives them more of a drive. They're like, yeah, Messi's not there. Maybe we have a chance. But no, Inter Miami played great. They played fine compared to that 4-0 disaster in Jersey the other day or last week. This was great, and it's the progress that we need to see from the club. It's the progress that we need to see from the players, especially when it's a team without Messi. But yeah, and it was just really unlucky, really unfortunate. Their goalkeeper also had a hell of a game. A lot of crucial saves. A lot of crucial saves. I believe in that. I believe in both halves. I believe in the first half we had about 8 shots. Maybe half of those were on target. And the same thing was in the second half. Second half we had 7 shots. I believe 3 or 4 were on target. We created a lot of chances. We almost gave away some chances. Our defense and Drake Callender did well on that end. But it just sucks to see that we couldn't finish. How am I doing on time? I think. Okay, we're gonna talk about Tata and what he's saying, and then we're gonna talk about the Monterrey game for a little bit, and then we're gonna call the stream because we're approaching 20 minutes right now. Okay, so Tata in the post-game interview did say along the lines of they're going day by day. He's talking about the players and he talking about Messi. Depending on the next few days, we'll define whether they'll be able to play or not. We'll look at them Monday or Tuesday, and Wednesday we'll decide. And then he says that they're not completely ruled out, and that the medical staff doesn't want to jeopardize the players and risk them getting any long-term injuries, which is very, very fair. The fact it's not worth risking injury for games like against NYCFC. We're only in game 7, right? We did play a couple more games in the season compared to others, but we're only 7 games into the regular season. There's so much soccer, so much football left for the year. The playoffs are not until like about October, so we have time. So yeah, maybe a game is gonna matter here. Like points are gonna matter early on, but at the same time, I don't think Inter Miami are aiming. And I've said this before, Inter Miami are not going to be aiming to finish first place in the Eastern Conference. That's just not the goal, and I think that's ridiculous for them to finish that way, for them to risk all their players just to finish first in the Eastern Conference. Yes, they'll have like a bye week. Yes, they'll face a lower seed opponent. But at the end of the day, it's not worth it. It just puts a lot of unnecessary pressure on the team and on the players. As long as they get that top 6 spot, I believe 7th and 8th is the wild card. So if they get that top 6, I believe they're golden. And in that playoff format, they're able to just concentrate game by game and just take it for the win. As I am live, Tata was questioning Messi's availability for the game against Monterrey. But then I did see a tweet saying that he will 100% be available. So honestly, we're probably not going to know until, like, we're not going to know for sure until or maybe the day before. I don't want to say the day of. I think the day of is a little too soon, but I think by the game is on a Wednesday night. By Tuesday, I believe we should be 100% sure if Messi will be playing or not. I think he will be playing. I think that he obviously didn't want to risk the injury against NYCFC. It just, like I said, it's not worth it. But in an important game against Monterrey at home, I think Messi is going to want to be there. So CONCACAF Champions Cup is a priority for Inter Miami. So they're going to want their best players. They're going to want their starting 11 out there, 100%, fully fit, ready to go. But yeah, so that is going to be on April 3rd. I forget the kickoff time. I believe it's 7:30. It could be 7:30 or 8 o'clock. But I'm going to be attending that game as part of SoFlo, representing SoFlo Soccer as a photographer. I'm going to see if I can try to get some interviews. I don't know. I try to request like access for the post game stuff, or like even the tunnel interviews. I don't know if I'm able to do that, but I think if I get there and I ask somebody, I might be able to get a spot if there is space. But I'm looking forward to attending that game in person as part of media, and I'm hoping to kind of vlog the experience just a little bit. I'm not allowed to share too much. But I'm hoping to get some good shots, and I'll be able to show you guys all of that content here on this channel. So stay tuned for that. Follow me on Twitter for updates. Follow me on Instagram. All the links are going to be in the description down below. That is going to be the end of the live stream and the end of the Inter Miami versus NYC FC Game 7 review. I hope you guys enjoyed this stream. Please leave a comment and a like and subscribe down below. I appreciate everybody that has done that so far. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers, and I appreciate to everybody who has supported the channel so far and constantly, seeing me upload content about Inter Miami, about soccer, about football, and just the progress as I'm going through these last 3-4 months. So thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Inter Miami versus Monterrey Champions Cup.